Any other things that you're doing?
Well, can I just say, and it kind of is linked to that, but in a fun way, we've got Cornwall councillor Edwina
We
Hannaford,
know her, yeah.
who was involved in doing a song in lieu. They're all going to be singing a version of You'll Never Walk Alone.
Really?
So we're chatting to her.
She can't sing though.
Emma Mansfield, who's a choir leader in Lostwithiel, they're doing a song tonight, their version of Hey Jude.
Yeah.
And this will melt your heart, Lawrence. There's a little boy called Joseph, and he's 5 years old. He's autistic, and he has done a reading of Jack and the Beanstalk, and he's made a little video. Not only is he reading the story, but he's acted it out as well. And today is National Autism Awareness Day as well.
Yes.
He's posted this little video on his school website because some of the teachers have been reading stories. It's Braddock C of E Primary School, Braddock Braddock if you want to Google it.
Yep.
And his video has had over 4,000 hits.
Wow.
It's absolutely
Going
beautiful.
viral.
So I'm going to be chatting to his granddad later on as well.
So at 6 o'clock, Amazon, before you go, a little bird tells me that you were a little bit of a panto dame. True? Kept that quiet, didn't you?
If you want to get in touch with the show tonight, or tweet at BBC Cornwall or at Emma Gill Radio. And we're going to be hearing a really, really sweet little story. This is going to put a smile on your face, about a 5-year-old Cornish boy whose reading of Jack and the Beanstalk on his school Facebook page has had over 4,000 hits. His granddad is going to be telling us all about him. Just after 6:30, here's Taylor Swift. On a Monday and a Wednesday evening from 5 until 5:30 for anyone in need. And bedtime storytelling teachers, a school in South East Cornwall, is offering children end of the day and bedtime stories through its Facebook page. The staff and teachers at Quiddiog School near Liscard have been reading a series of books to their youngsters who are missing out on normal day-to-day school life. They're on the breakfast show actually with James Churchfield yesterday morning, and coming up on the programme after 6:30, something similar but slightly different. We'll be hearing from the granddad of a 5-year-old pupil at another school who are doing a similar thing in Cornwall, except they're asking children to send in videos of them reading. And a 5-year-old Joseph Adams in East Tap House, well, his video is kind of going viral. So we'll be finding out more about that in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at the news headlines now. It's Cheap Thrills from Sia. Got some Oasis on the way in just a moment for you. It's 6:38. This is Emma Gill with you until 10 here on BBC Radio Cornwall. Now, a lovely story for you now, which is definitely going to make you smile. On the breakfast show yesterday, we heard about Quiddiog school teachers recording themselves reading books on Facebook for the children to listen to at home. Well, another school that's been doing something similar, but with a slight difference, is Braddock C of E School in East Tap House. They're a primary school. Now, they've invited any children who want to read a book to send in a video, with mummy's and daddy's help, of course. And one of their pupils, Joseph, who's only 5 years old, has recorded just the sweetest little video of himself reading Jack and the Beanstalk, and it's been causing quite a stir. Here he is.
Today I am gonna read Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and his mother was very poor. One day Jack's mother said to him, "You must take a cow to market." The giant chased Jack down the beanstalk. "Fay, fay, fum, fum, I smell the blood of the Englishman!" He ran to fetch her up. He chopped and chopped. Jack never saw him again. Jack and his mother lived happily ever after and never poor again. The end. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it.
Isn't that wonderful? I just love the sound effects in there. Now, it was Joseph's granddad, Mike Adams, who got in touch to tell us all about this, and he joins me now on the phone for a chat. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Emma.
You're one very proud granddad, aren't you?
Oh, it's absolutely lovely. It really is, and it's a pleasure to hear it again just now on the radio again.
Oh, but the thing is, I mean, his video's on Facebook, so if you go to the Braddock C of E Primary School Facebook page, you can see it all on there. Not only is he reading and doing an excellent job at the age of 5 reading, in my opinion, but he's also acting as well.
Yes, I mean, this is taking homeschooling sort of to a different level, really. You know, he loves the school. Braddock School have been really, really good with him, and he's autistic. And they've been very, very understanding with him, and they've got a very good set of teachers there. And it was Mrs. Dunstan who actually invited the children to, if they wanted to send their videos in. And yeah, my daughter decided that Joseph with Mummy and Daddy would set about setting this video up.
Oh, fantastic. Now, the teachers are getting about 100 views each a day, aren't they? But Joseph has got something like, what, over 4,000 views so far?
Yes, it went a bit crazy, actually. I mean, as a proud granddad, I couldn't wait to share it with a couple of friends, and I think friends of friends then shared it. And we found that actually, as well as the school children like watching it, we found that there's a lot of elderly people in our community that have really, really enjoyed listening to it. There's something about listening to a child read in the elderly which really brings comfort to them. And in this time of everybody in self-isolation, it's a real pleasure to know that my grandson has brought so many smiles to so many faces.
Absolutely. And again, you know, I mentioned before there were sound effects in that little clip that we played, but on the little video, he's going out into the garden and he's using things in the garden, the shed, and I think Mum and Dad, did they make some props? Because they've done really well to produce this little video, haven't they?
Well, I think actually the outfit was prepared for when they had World Book Day recently, so that was quite easily to dig up and use again. But they had great fun. And the thing is, with his autism, he's very much routine-based. And when he had to sort of, like the rest of the children, stop going to school, we really feared how he would cope with it. And the first day, actually, he had quite a major meltdown. I'm not using the word meltdown, but a lot of parents with children with autism understand. He really got upset. And my daughter sat down with him on the sofa, had a cuddle, and actually played a story from Mrs. Dunstan. And it really calmed him down, and we didn't really, you know, he really took to the storytelling very well. And funny enough, that was the first story he's actually read in a long time at home, because unfortunately at the start of the year they had a beagle, Buster, who very sadly had to be put to sleep. But Joseph used to read to him every night, and it really set him back. So we were very, very pleased to see that he was able to set about and read this book for them. You know, it was really encouraging. They are actually sort of trying to, well, they are now actually getting another dog, but a special autism assistance dog.
Okay.
And that's due in the next week or so. So hopefully that will still happen. And yeah, that's going to be I think the thought of that happening has probably encouraged him a lot as well, actually.
Yeah, maybe he needs to call him Jack.
Yeah, well, he's going to be called Shadow, actually, because he's going to be shadowing him around and helping him with his autism. So it's
how
a real
wonderful.
good thing to happen.
And you were telling me earlier that it's World Autism Awareness Day today.
That's right, yes. It's a week this week, and today is the actual day, yes. Every year we always try to do something to make more and more people aware of autism in our community. And we were actually going to have a quiz this week, and because that was all cancelled, obviously, I decided to make it into like an online version and put a link onto, I think, Lawrence Reed's lunchtime show. There's a link there to the quiz, and several people had to go on that as well, so it's brought a little bit of enjoyment to those that are lonely at home, so trying to do a bit.
Yeah. So going back to Joseph for a minute, how does he feel about this kind of newfound fame?
Oh, he loves it. I think he takes after his granddad, actually. He really does. He's actually started going to performing arts school in Tor Point.
Really?
There's a lady there that takes them when they're really young, and it gives them the confidence to actually stand up and speak in front of people. And I can see some of the way he put the story across. He really emphasised many of the words, and you can see that the training is really working well on him, you know. And I was so proud to hear it. It was great.
So, has he got any more stories then? You know, in mind for the future? Will he be doing more videos? Do you think after this one?
Well, actually, they have done a few beforehand, but they've got a little YouTube channel which he puts his stories on. He baked a cake and he made a volcano, and so if people want to look it up, it's on his little YouTube thing. But they just have so much fun doing it as a family unit. You know, there's all the horrible things going on in the world at the moment. It's nice to hear that so many families are getting together and doing little things. And as you said in the introduction, it's not only Braddock School that are doing it. Many schools are doing the same thing. But I think what's sort of taken off here really is the fact that I believe Joseph was probably the first child to actually do a story, and it's just got shared around and it went a bit crazy, really. But
It's the acting, isn't it? It's just fantastic, and all the little sound effects. Well, thank you ever so much for making us aware of this. It's been a pleasure to watch it, and if people can watch it, can't they, just by going onto the school website as well and on Facebook?
That's right. Yes, Braddock. That's BRADDOCK. Braddock Church of England School. And you'll see it all on there, and you'll even see the teacher stories as well. So bonus to see a few stories from the place of one.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Will you be cheering tonight at 8 o'clock for the NHS? Yeah.
Actually, a bit of a sort out here in my loft today, and I found an old football rattle.
That's good.
Probably remember those?
Yeah.
I've got to get that one up, and I'll go up in my Velux window up in the loft, and I'll be giving her a good old rattle there at 8 o'clock.
Lovely. Well, listen, please give our best to Joseph. Tell him a big well done from us all here at BBC Radio Cornwall. And thank you for coming and sharing that with us, Mike.
No problem at all. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you, and you.
Thank you very much, then. Bye-bye.
BBC Radio Cornwall. Make a difference.
Okay.